How's that? There. Oh fuck. There we go. Jesus, that was freaking me out. Okay, so that better? You guys hear me now? That's got to be better. I can see the level's kind of hot. Good, good, good. Somebody? Anybody? Why is that not saying? Oh, something fucked. God, I hate that. How we doing, guys? Hey. Yeah, okay, good. Something was... OBS is a little funny. Sometimes it... I haven't touched it since the last live stream, and then I got one that's not working. Weird. Okay, we'll get started here in just a minute. I usually give it, 3-4 minutes, let people join us. I know one of my guys who does the editing on this. Yeah, it's kind of it's hard to do on Google to edit out the first few minutes, because we always try to get the assets in a chapter setting so you can go right to it. You don't, I always assume people see a live stream. It's 3 hours long. They go, oh, fuck, no, I don't have time for that. But the chaptering that YouTube does is really, that's one of the best features they've added in many years. So you can go right to the source, right to the asset that might interest you. All right, so we got, looks like a good group here starting now. NQ certainly on a tear. All right, we'll get going here. Well, let's see where we at. Oh shit, we're ready. Okay, we're already there. Okay, disclaim. We should be good here. Okay, let's get it rolling. Hang on, let me mute the other. A lot of clickety clack from the other machine. So let's see. Let's get rid of that. Well, okay, guys. I'm glad you're here. Got an interesting lineup today. We've got some new. Okay. This is a new. I think he's a relatively new member. Putting up some really interesting content here. Glad to have him aboard here. I don't know how to pronounce his handle. Clivey. So this is something that he posted. This is really interesting to see. So he's clearly been studying TA. This is a lot of ICT stuff here. Very, very, very nice. I mean, this is really well done, right? So he's showing us what he's how he's approaching this technically. Turtle soup is, most of you will likely be aware of that. It's just the idea here. This is a perfect example, right? Where we get a wick and then we close within the body of the other, and then the minimal targets are halfway through that bar, and then, often that can be a turning point, which makes sense. What are they doing down here? Grabbing liquidity. It's pretty standard. But ICT has turned it into a whole thing, and then some of his disciples, Romeo and a few of these other guys, have turned this into a whole. This is their entire approach to the market, which, more power to them, right? It's working for them. I'm not critical of anybody's TA approach. So as this relates here, now this is interesting. Right? So Clivey, I've not seen this before. So he's doing a 9-day chart here on Grayscale's Zcash trust, and he's showing us, what the expectation is in terms of how this may play, and he's putting it in a context here that would fit with Elliott Wave. So here's the move down. We start with a 1-2. Now he's using. This is, this kind of surprises me. This is the ICT community, and what they're going to do is, let's see if I do it this way. He's pulling here, right? So here's the length they're pulling. Now, I think ICT. I'm not sure how he got this. I don't know what he's thinking here. They call this. I don't even know if it's worth getting into it. But they call these standard deviation levels. This has nothing to do with standard deviation. It's a moronic thing that they've done. But now it's so permeated in the ICT community that everybody just goes along with it. This is not standard deviation. This is range expansion. It has exactly zero to do with standard deviation. But, if ICT says it, well, that must be standard deviation. So we're point aside. Okay, so let me hide this. and let's get back to the point here. It's just bizarre to me that that's not accepted language. We're going to call this standard deviation. Nothing to do with standard deviation. But okay, so 1, 2, where are we here? So the question would be, obviously this would be a long-term trade, right? Very, very high expectations here. And we've got expansion levels here. This is actually, it's a variation on what we would call a wolf range, right? Which is, you know, just something, it's just range expansion. But the guy who taught it to me his last name was Wolf. So you see here, so we're taking the move down and then we're projecting up. Here's 100%, 200%. Again, exactly zero to do with standard deviation. But we can use these for range expansion. So the move down now expanding up. And this is another algorithm, which is why this is being used here. So we get the move down, now we project up, right? So it's very common to go 100, 2, 3, right? You see these kind of upper levels and you see how that's made. So again, just range expansion. That's all it is. Not standard deviation. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Now, so if you're buying here, well, of course, that makes me look at this and go, okay, we're looking at a 9-day as opposed to a 7-day. Okay, well, that's, you know, okay, right. You know, always good to think a little bit differently or to approach TA a little bit differently than the herd, the masses, right? Because they're always wrong. So, well, I shouldn't say it that way. More often than not, right? If all of retail is doing something, it may not be what you want to do. Again, that's just my opinion. But the idea here, so this made me want to take this down. So the first thing I wanted to do was let's go down to a 3-day, just to break it down. So we get the big picture here. But let's go down. Oh shit, what have I got here? Oh fuck, maybe I just go to a daily. Oh wait, I want a weekly. Where's my, oh, there we go. Okay, so let's go to, there's a 7-day. All right, starts to give you a little more definition, right? So if you're working off of a 9-day, you're basically buying this. Maybe your stops at the lows, expecting, you know, a pretty big move. Well, let's just go to a daily, right? We'll go from a 7-day to a 9, from a 9 to a 7 to a 1. Okay, does this help a little bit? Well, right. So I definitely like the idea. So what I would do, right, if this is going to be foundational to your TA approach, Clivey, which I'm not discouraging by any means. So I would certainly, I would imagine, like Clivey looks like he's well versed in TA and has been studying and he's applying. So I'm very glad to have him in the community. But of course, I would split this into at least 3 charts, right? So I'd have something very long term, mid-term, and you know, maybe if you're going from a 9-day, maybe a 4-hour is the lower time frame for you, and keep these targets here because this is a really long-term trade, right? I mean, we're going out, you know, 26, 27 at this degree, and I'm on a daily. Of course, that made me want to go to Zcash, which I think I have it. Well, oh, actually, I shouldn't do that, right? Because he's given it to us in a daily as well, so he's all over this. But as I look at it here, going to a daily, okay, can we? How do we look here? Now, I think he's doing this to help, right? To show what we're doing. But this, those bug me. I can't have that. That's just me. I just don't like it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. That looks pretty solid. Well, if we were going to label it, right, as most of you got, oh shit. How are we going to do it? Well, with the swing structure here is good enough, right? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Maybe it's a diag. It almost doesn't matter at this point. Okay, so I got to swing up. I got to swing down. Now I'm going to pull from the low. I'm going to have to reset this to, oh, good old Al, and see how we look here. So we're back to in the pocket here. I'm not sure where he's pulling from there. Are you pulling from here? No, I don't know what he's pulling from. 3.02. I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay, so 1, 2. Okay, we're whoa. We got a little consolidation off of this move here. Shit. This is the trust, right? So it's going to look different than the underlying Zcash. That looks like an APE. Shit, you know what? Oh, I didn't even mean to hit that. I gotta switch this to my so I can see it a little bit better for you guys. It just helps me. Oops. You know, I'm old brain, old eyes. Okay. You know, we can live with it, right? So you'd have to do it as it looks like we've got a decent overlap here. So we have to do it as Oh, that's a little fat. I got so fat, right? So we diag. Okay, fine. Right, it's 5 swings. Okay, again, it's the underlying. See, it's interesting, right? That he's choosing the trust. You got a count here. I would suggest it's a wag, right? It's just a wild ass guess, right? What can we say? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. All right, okay. So we retrace here. So we get a swing, we get a retrace, then we got a whole lot of schlop. I mean, even down to a 1, right? What can you do anything with that? So just looking at this, me personally, I would not make any trading decision technically based off of Zscale. I'd go to Zcash. I thought I had this over here. All right, so let's look at it here. So I just brought it up. And Clive, I'm not trying to move away from what you posted here. I'm just, when we look at what you posted, just hard to get any sense of the TA here. It's just a lot of chop. So let me go back to this and see if we can break this down. Again, let's see. So here I'm on a daily. So you get a cleaner count off the low. 1, 2, 3, looks like 4, 5. So I get a cleaner impulse. Okay, hard to miss that. You'd have to go A, B, C. It's a little squishy, but you're seeing this a lot actually lately. Bitcoin, S&P, NQ. We're seeing a lot of that. Now this, you see the chop here. So the one, I think we could probably all agree this is not an impulse. So what we're likely looking at here is the next 1, 2, right? If this is going to go 1, 2, and we're going up for the 3, you know, way up here. Oh, here, let's do it this way. Come here. All right, just so we have some targets we can agree on, right? So for the third, here's, you know, again, do I know what's going there? Of course not. Where do they usually go? That's the most common location for a third. Now, how are we going to get there? Well, that's not a great, let me get rid of that. It's not an impulse. So can we do anything with it? Well, it looks like we got a 5 here. So it looks like we got a 5, 3, 5. So this looks to me like we've got an A, B, C here, kind of a running flat. 5, 3. Oh, pardon me. That would be it. Well, yes, we can. No, we can't do it that way because we need a 3. So we get a zigzag here. It's not terribly unusual that we truncate here. This is all wick, right? That something that, again, you've heard me say many times, right? As ICT will say, right? Wicks do the damage, bodies tell the story. I think that's very true. Often, right, it's a good idea to go to the line chart, right? Sometimes that can clear it up for you, right? So I do that very, very often. So we will get closing, right? Remember, if wicks, often that's liquidity grabs, you bait for retail. Right? So it can be good to pay attention to the closes. If I had, I would just do it this way. Here, let's take this up. Oh, we'll go minuet, right? This would be another 1 to me. Right, on the assumption, right, per the long-term, where is it, right? Oh, that's not it. This one, we're going back, let's go back to his weekly. If we're going up to these upper targets, well, okay, that's massively bullish, right? I mean, just huge. So you'd have to come over here and think, okay, well, how are we getting there? 1, 2, well, it's not 3. So 1, 2, right? Now, this is the easiest thing for people to forget, right? We have to remember that there's always an algo on the other side, always. So let's back up a little bit, because we can't, a 1, 2, 1 or a 1, 2, 3, out of context, very hard to distinguish that between an ABC, right? If it's 1, 2, 3, how do I know it's not an ABC? Well, you don't. Context will put you on the right side statistically of the odds, right? Based on the Elliott Wave count here, right? Maybe you buy that, maybe you don't. My point is, okay, well, let's take the last major high and come down here and see if we can figure out why it stops here, right? Which is always the question, right? Well, why do we stop there? I mean, again, David Halsey introduced this to the market, right? So I always want to give him credit. I don't want people to think. The only thing I did was add the 65. That's the only thing I did. But, right, so you look at this and you go, oh, okay, well, yeah, but that's really convenient. You're just picking a pivot up here. Well, slow down. The reason I'm picking a pivot, the reason you want to pick a pivot is because the algo used it. Did they use it? Now, you can look at that. This came up. I had some comments on last week's NQ. Right, so you can look at this in here. And the first swing down, here's the 50, right? Very common for it to come back to the golden zone, which you see, right? A reaction, and then we blow through. So you have to remember what the algo is going to do. And again, this is not from me sitting, and having a chat with the guys who wrote this algo, but it's just, many, many years of watching this. What the algo is most likely going to do. So think of it this way, right? So once this is stopped out, right? So you're thinking, oh, we're going higher. So then it's going to pull from the dominant low to the dominant high, right? So then stopped out again. Trust me, they do not care, because what they'll do is they'll just keep working it and they will get on the right side of it. So what happens next is that then we have this, because this is all the algo sees, right? It doesn't care about any of this. Now it's just going dominant to dominant, right? And then we come back. There you go. Here's Al. Here's the target. And there's probably 10 more on the way down. I'm on a daily, right? If I go down, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30, there's just no way around this. It's just the dominant algo in the market, at least the one that leaves these very clear footprints. Okay, so now we're coming back here. Oh, here he is again. Now look at the reaction. Where does it go? 50. It's just ping, 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 right? If you're not paying attention, lots of ways to skin a cat, and I'm not saying you have to be an Elliottician to be successful. I would never say that. But I will say, if you don't pay attention to what Al is doing, I've said this many times, you're walking through a minefield with blindfolds on. You don't know what you're stepping on. And I promise you, people bought that without knowing Al was right there. They just don't pay attention to it, because all they're focused on is this side. Oh, come here. Where'd you go? This is where their whole, we're going up, right? That's all that matters. No, right? You can't forget that. Easiest thing to forget. Oh, wait, oh. Now, where's the target for that? $8, right? Now I'm not saying, right, oh, well, shit, we're going to $8. I'm just saying you have to know where that is, because there's an algorithm that is going to stay short until it gets here, unless it gets stopped out, right, on the other side of the 65. A close on the other side of the 65. So just like here's an algo with a target up here, right? One side breaks, right? Always, right? We go sideways forever. So who's got the upper hand here? Well, in the shorter term, you would certainly give the upper hand to the bulls, right? We're getting higher high, higher low, right? Trend is higher, but you have to respect why we're stopping here, right? Now, an ICT trader might look at it and say, oh, you got unmitigated order flow over here, right? That's bearish order flow that hasn't been tapped. Maybe. Okay, right. That's one reason. Now, if you combine the two, what do you have? You have confluence. Now, what's the only thing missing here would be, some sort of a volume profile, right? Which what I would want on that. Let's get you out of here. I'd want both sides. Well, here, let's just do visible range. Let's do it this way. Oh, off the low, right? I'd want to see that, right? Since this is the, we're all crypto. Well, most of us, I assume, are crypto bulls. Okay, where's value? Oh, where are we right now? We're just tickling the edge of it. Oh, come here. Okay, wouldn't you kind of be curious as to how it looked from the other side? I think this is the right one. I'm going to go from this to this. Okay, now we're pushing outside of value here. So again, this is good. So look at where the two line up. Okay, so look at this conjunction here, right? A value here. Now we push up, but now we're back in, right? So we're back in the value of the way down. So, what's my edge here? Structure? Yeah. Break. Grabbing liquidity right now. Now let's get this out of here. The way you want to think about this is just reminder, right? So what do we have here? A break of structure. What do we anticipate? Now, what do we know? There's no knowing. What do we anticipate after a break of structure? Retrace. What do we get? Retrace. Where does it go? Between the 50 and the golden zone. Here's a little high volume node sitting right here. probably part of that, right? If I just draw it over, right? Pay attention, right? That's where muscle can jump into the market here and not rock the boat. I'm in log scale. Oh shit, I can't remember if he, oh, I don't know that it matters here. We'll stay in log scale. What do we got? We got, oh fuck, we got to be in log scale, right? We're going from 340 to 17. So we have to be in log scale. So right now for a bull, and I'm assuming Clive, right, has pretty clear ideas about how he wants to approach this. But if I'm a bull here, 1 2 1 2, this I don't want that to be tested. I'm going to pay attention to this, right? This range here, right? Because then look where we are. I don't want to see this going down that low, because then the whole premise kind of is breaking down, and then it would not be unreasonable to think ABC. I'd lean this direction myself, right? But okay, careful, right? We start breaking down here. Here's the POC down here, and we've got both of those POCs are down below, right? To where there's most agreed to price where the market accepts as value. So as we come down here, okay, we need to get some sort of a kick out of here. Looks like we're pretty clear here. Yeah, it's a zigzag. So 5 3 5 into the low. Okay, candidate for the 2. Okay, go baby, go. Well, with next target, right? I wouldn't want to chase that myself, right? You got structure here you're going to bump into. This is unmitigated, right? We got bearish order flow, right? We got to tap that and get to the center of that. We got this to deal with. Okay, so I'd want to see this go up. Challenge. Maybe we pause here, right? There's going to be defense, right? The shorts that took us short are going to try and defend here. That doesn't mean we can't get through, but what you'd hope for is some sort of an opportunity to get in on the retrace. I might, right? To get into that, right? And the whole thing just starts all over again, right? Because this is what the algo will do. Boom, right? So what you would hope in terms of mapping this out is that you're doing something like this, right? So that's 1 2 1 2 1 2. Right now we don't know yet, but that's what I wouldn't buy it there. I'd wait, right? So I'd certainly get this on my watch list. Now, if you like Zcash, right? Well, then the idea of going to the Grayscale Trust, or maybe for whatever reason, you're trading it. I don't know, your IRA or 401k or some reason you want to use Grayscale as opposed to the underlying, which I wouldn't do, but. Again, I'm going to assume Clive knows what he's doing. But if you're going to go in the Grayscale, right, you got to pay attention to the underlying. 1 2, right? So this is certainly looking good as a 1. Where's the next trade, right, on the retrace? In my opinion, right? Next trade would be let this do what it's going to do. I mean, we don't know. I mean, we could do this, right? We don't know what it's going to do. But at some point here, there's likely to be a retrace. Here's the next liquidity, right? This is this Lux, I think this is Lux Algos, right? It's just wicking off the high. It's the same thing I do with the little line tool, right? They're just doing it for you, right? Showing you where all the liquidity has been grabbed. Well, where's the next liquidity that you might target? You can see how that might play. When you come back down here, you probably have some sort of a demand block right here. If we get up and come back down, right, at the 50, maybe we go golden. As soon as we get there, if we get there, what's the next thing you do? Right, boom. Okay. Clivey, glad to have you on board, man. That's really nice stuff you're posting. Let's see. He's got another one. See, he gave me Zcash here, but he gave it to me with a wolf wave, right? So for those of you who aren't familiar with a wolf wave, it's kind of a variation on an Elliott structure. Connecting the 1 and the 4, and that trend line becomes the target, right? It's very reasonable. I don't focus on them a lot, right? Because I don't think you're losing anything by. It's just another target, ultimately, is what it comes down to. But if this were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't think you lose anything by staying focused on Elliott. Again, he's doing a 9-day. It's interesting, right? He's an interesting guy. So we can see the wolf wave here. So you see it here, right? So here's the target up here. That's the trend line between the 1 and the 4. So that's his 9-day, and then as we apply it, right, it looks like it'd be 1 2 again, 1 2. Oh, right? This would be your 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5 are up here. But then on the way, we gotta have a 1, 2 of 3. Interesting approach, right? To go to a 9-day. I don't think I've seen that in a long time. Try 3-day. Right, so we can see this. Again, same thing. We were just looking at this. Just looking at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, well, can we get that far? Right. Again, he's extremely bullish. Well, you can see why you would anticipate another 1, right? 1, 2, if it's 1, 2, and that's going to be 3, 4, 5, or something up in that range. Well, we're going to need another impulse. So really, really nicely done. Very nice stuff. Oh God, he's got another. He got another one here. Okay, so we got Zcash. I'm going to come back to his. He's got total market cap divided by M1 money supply. Okay, all right. We'll go to that one in a second. Where'd we go? Okay. I got Jamie in the middle here. Okay, Jamie's looking at ETH. Okay, so let me get over here to his. And let's copy that. I always like the live streams because I get to see what you guys are working on and how you're progressing with our methodology. All right, so this is just again my old brain here. I just switched it to my colors because what's made easy, I guess. Okay, we're out to a weekly, right? You guys are going long term. That's all right. I like that. Now, from weekly to daily, that's a pretty big jump. I typically will go weekly to 3-day to daily to 4-hour to 1 hour. But when you're out here this long, it's a much bigger trade, right? So everything is bigger, right? The risk can be bigger, so your size likely comes down. Do we have anything here? Well, I have seen this count from how we're going back here to 2020. We're on Bybit. Okay. Well, is there any question about a 3 here? Probably not. 5, 3, 5. Right. So I have a variation of this. Okay. So all right, we're going to do A WXY into a B, ABC into a C. Looks like there's an A in there somewhere. There it is. A, B, C into a B. That almost looks like it's another triangle. There's the C of the D. Oh, let's go down to it. Let's bring it down a little bit. See how we look here. Open it up. He may have given them to me in other. Maybe not. Okay. Well, let's see what visible range shows me. Okay. All right. I always want a volume profile on. Always, always, always. Okay. A, B, C, A, B, C. Okay. So we're working on the E. So the only thing missing here is the larger. If this is what we're doing. No, we can't do that. How are we doing this then? You're kind of leaving me hanging here. Well, if I'm not mistaken here, I might have to check with one of my wizards. This is all we can do here. We can't go 1, 2, right? We can't have a triangle in 2. Not sure what you're thinking there in terms of the highest count. WX. Well, there's only so many places we can have a triangle, so perhaps this is what he's thinking. With the triangle being an E here is, of course, bullish, so B. There are other counts on this, right? I don't want to discourage this count. I'd be interested in knowing what he's thinking longer term. A, W, X, Y. Kind of curious. The identifying the potential for the triangle here is the victory, right? So that's okay, right? Because triangle is probably the last thing that people really get dialed in within Elliott Wave. 3s and 5s, right? Everybody dials that in pretty quickly, right? With just a little bit of study. this doesn't quite fit, right? You see the problem, right? So where are we? What are we doing? A, B. Who's this? Jamie? I'd be curious, right? What's your longer term? How are you labeling this? Right? What are you thinking? Just a big ABC or a big WX? And we're going Y. Well, why does it matter? Well, if it's AB, if his thought is A, B, C, we're looking for 5 to come out of here. If it's WXY, we're looking for a 3 to come out of here. It's all bullish, but interesting, right? You know, I guess for an Elliottician, right, it leaves you going, what are we doing? ABC? Interesting. I know PK has a similar count to this, but I don't think it's an ABC. Okay, well, I don't know that there's much more I can add there other than this is bullish, right? I think most of us long-term bulls on Ethereum. So we'll wait for the golden zone. And so I don't know that it matters, right? What you're thinking here in terms of if we get a bounce here, what would matter if this starts to break down, right? If we're breaking down here and we're breaking out of the triangle, oh, okay, something else going on. A little disappointing. Ethereum has been a little disappointing. At least for, I mean, I'm holding a pretty good amount of it. I'm a little disappointed in how it's been responding. But we shall see how it develops. Okay, thanks for that one. Okay, let's see. Zcash, I did that one. Okay, here's the one he did. Okay, so this is... Okay, we are doing... This is total market cap divided by M1. It's interesting, right? Again, this guy's a technician, right? So I'm, again, glad to have him here because this is a just new content that we're seeing here. So 1, 2, again, just don't call it standard deviation. It makes you look like you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, what are we doing here? Triangle A, B, C, D, E. Here's the cup. I think here's his cup and handle. I don't think I can draw the free draw. Oh, yeah, I can. I don't ever use that thing. All right, so here's the cup and here's the handle. All right, up we go. Let's get rid of that thing. I always struggle with that thing. It makes me, I can never get it. You have to hold your mouse down. There we go. Okay, so 1, right, we can label this up. Oops. 1. That's what I wanted here. A, B, C, D, E. All right, so he's kind of implied by the count, right? He's just not labeling it up. Okay, so here again, what is he? Where's your? Okay, here's his 0 to 1. So again, if I do it with wolf scale, right, it's the same thing. Wolf down here, right? So now note, right? Look what happens. 1, we don't pause. We go to 2. Next target, -3, right? It's just -3. The big target, -4, right? So we end up with the same target. We're just getting there with different labeling, perhaps. Nice, right? So to clear the 2 kind of implies that we're on our way to 4, right? That's as it was taught to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, right? Can we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 get up there in a 5? It's a pretty ambitious target. Well, okay, so money supply, you know, you think about some of the things that are going on, you know, around this country. I don't know. I don't think anybody has a real handle on what the fires in Los Angeles are going to cost us. But one thing I know that's going to require is they're going to need to fire up the printing presses, right? So that should be good for Bitcoin, right? Just more inflation. Okay, right. Thanks for those. Where did we get back here? Clivey. I think I'm saying that right. Oh, Clivey's, right? He's all over it, right? So he's an enthusiastic new member, right? So sharing us a lot of good content. Okay, next up, Grant F., another very skilled technician. Been with us forever. Let's see what he's working on. He's got the ES here. Grant giving me something without harmonics, right? That's kind of his signature. He's always looking for harmonics. It's just more confluence. Okay, so I got a 1 day on the S&P. Interesting. Okay, so ooh, that's bold. Okay, let me get back here. I got to go back a little bit. Let's go to a 3 day. The ABCs are interesting. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Expanded triangle. I guess we can get away with that. All right. Every swing is higher, right? So we get an expanded triangle. This is interesting. The ABC is interesting. So this is our 1. Interesting, Grant. Okay, so we're going to go 3, 4, and now we're in the final legs here, heading towards 5 at 77.50. It's not unreasonable. A, B, C into the 1. So anticipating, right, as you see, he's finishing it in a series of 3s. Interesting, Grant. I think this was shy of a 50, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, well, that's interesting, right? Like there. All right, so this is just in a front run on the 50, if I get this right on it. There's the 50, 100. Oh, if you do them in 50s, you probably got another 50 here, which I have. Oops. Well, 50s, there's the 50 to the tick. Right, so it's just another algo, right? It's a range expansion algo, because how do we know it's an algo? Look at how precise that is. Look at how precise that is, right? That we human beings, right? We are not that precise. That's only a software can do that. So tick to tick. Now we're on a 3 day. We're going tick to tick. Right, we don't have to come back here. We do not have to. How are we getting here? A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the 1. Boy, it gets kind of skinny up here, but yeah. We kind of need to be in log scale here, if I'm not mistaken, right? If our low here, 21, that's 4 times the range, right, for those upper targets. It's 3 times the range, right? So worthwhile to look at it in log scale. Well, that we lose some of that precision, right? Out of log scale, 50, 100, 50, 100, right? But this to this negative 100, very reasonable target. So what's next, right? We're waiting for retrace. Do we have it started? Oh, let's go to the daily. We'll push this off just for a sec. This is now. Of course, when you're out at a time frame like this, it's a little tricky shit. It's easier for me to do it this way. Okay, what do I got in here? Now we apply a little Elliott here to see if this clears things up here. What do we got there? I got swing. I got lower low, lower high. Not a lower low and a lower high. Oh, I think we might have to go to the 4 to dig that out. I think that's the C and that's the 1. Oh, I think this is well, here. Okay, so I'm going to do this here. I'm going to spend a little extra time because I'm assuming many of you are watching this. Maybe not. Maybe you guys are all crypto. But it looks with this from this pivot here, it looks like a triangle, right? So at first I was thinking it was ABC, but I've got such a clear. I think we want to go, and I've got a clear 3 here, so we want to go ABC here. Let's go yellow, and then I've got 5, 3, 5. So if we're done here, it looks like we've got another 5 down here. So we've got another 1, 2 candidate here going 3, 4, 5, right? So if we're gonna rally, which exactly 0 people, right? Your talking heads, right? Analysts, which by the way, they are usually wrong, but no disrespect to them, right? Nobody can really forecast the market as they are. It's put upon them to do. I got another 5 here, right? So it looks like you'd have to go. Oh, how much shit? I've got this somewhere. Now I'm forgetting it. Oh, where are you here? Here it is. Just to save time. A, B, it looks like a triangle here, B, C. So W, X, A, B, see. Now that starts us off here as just where I was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And off we go, right? So Grant and I, we're getting to the same conclusion here that we have a 1. I'm getting there a little bit differently. I just threw a series of 3s. It's just he's counting it from a lower pivot. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, all 3s to get the 1, right? So he and I, we end up at the same place. This looks like A, triangle B, and then into the W, X, right? Now, this is the kind of thing here where it would be surprising to me if multiple electricians didn't have variations of this. But the one thing we can see here is that the 5s and the 3s are pretty clear. Let's go back to his. Oh shit, where was it? Could we be done here? Well, per his count, right? No. Right, well, you know, anything's possible. But are we thinking this is a 2? If that's the 1, it doesn't matter. You start it wherever you like. Oh, shit. It's all fucked up. That's the 2. We've got a completed impulse, right? So here. So everybody was thinking, oh, well, yeah, right, bull. Everybody's bullish. Well, if this count's playing out, not so fast. Do we know? No, but there's a 50% right there. So even with Grant's count, he's being generous. Right? We're not even getting to a 23. 23 to maybe into this range of the 38. So this is, see, this is an interesting thing that we do as traders. So if you're going to use a methodology like Elliott Wave, or you know, as we incorporate a few other pieces into it, you got to live and die with it, right? You can't just go, oh, well, I've read on Bloomberg and on Twitter, whatever the fuck you listen to, or you look at that, you know, it's just up. Well, so we're going to have. Is that even a 1-4? Right? We're going to have the most shallow retracement. I mean, it would just be extremely abnormal that we're going to not even make the 23 if that's a 1. But it's so easy to get caught up in the momentum of, oh, everybody's bullish and, you know, we got a, you know, deregulation is coming through the new administration and it's bull. Oh. Right. So what we tend to do is we just kind of fall in line with it and we just go, oh, well, it's not what my methodology and my technical analysis suggests, but you know, everybody's bullish, so I guess I got to be bullish. Okay. Well, so if we come back to Grant, right? So your analysis is that we're done here and we're going higher. Well, that would make me think that this count is likely not accurate, right? Because this is where, you know, at least a 38 to challenge some of the structure that's been untouched, right? You got bullish order flow here; it's untouched. Just be careful of that, right? Everybody is bullish. Everybody is bullish. Volatility pretty extreme, a lot of uncertainty about what's coming. Nobody knows what the thing about Trump is. You one day to the next, right? You don't know what he's doing or thinking or who's in his ear. So there's massive uncertainty. What is the one thing the market does not like? Uncertainty, all right? And he is the living embodiment of uncertainty. Right? Every day it's something different, new, right? Again, not to get political, just this is the reality we live in, right? Massive uncertainty. That makes the market nervous. Oh, we're cutting 5 times next year. No, oh no, now we're not cutting at all. Oh wait, no, we're going to cut once. No, oh today, now, oh we're cutting twice. No, nobody knows. So you gotta have something you cling to, which is what an approach, a methodology like Elliott Wave, where we're adding in some other things to it, but it's something like Elliott Wave, you got to cling to that because otherwise you're just winging it. So if your methodology suggests that the highest probability for a wave 2 is to come at least to the 38, right? If we're going to be very generous, where do they usually go? 50, at least a 50. But you're going to say, no, everybody's bullish, so I'm going to buy it up here. Well, are you buying premium or discount? Oh, I don't care. Everybody's bullish. Everybody on Bloomberg tells me we're going to 12,000. the reason I can speak to that is because I've fallen into that many times. Many times. In fact, I took a stop today in the S&P because I was just a little bit, I got caught into that same momentum, right? And look at what the market just. Number one is to remember here for the muscle that's trading up here, right? If we run out of liquidity up here, what are they going to do? They're going to come grab some more below. It's like just. There's a simple analogy. You're on a hike, or across the country, or across your state, or across your neighborhood. At some point, you got to refuel, right? Either it's water or food or something, right? They run out of steam here. What is the fuel for the market? Liquidity. Where are they going to get it? Below the market. What does retail think? Oh fuck, CPA is bullish. CPI is bullish, right? Everybody on Bloomberg is bullish, man. MSNBC is bullish. Everything I read on Twitter is bullish. Everybody's bullish. You know who's not bullish? Well, man, I shouldn't put words in his mouth. But you know who is sitting with a whole lot of cash? I'm sure if you've watched Bloomberg, you know this, right? Warren Buffett. He's not buying up here. What is he known for? Buying undervalued assets. So just some things to think about, right? That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to tell you what to do or how to respond to this. I'm saying if you're going to apply a technical approach, stick to it until it fails you. Until you can't, or you lose faith in it, right? Which is easily done, right? Oh, big loser. Oh, fuck. Well, this shit doesn't work. Happens every day with Elliott Wave. Okay, right. That's probably enough of a rant. Okay, he gave me another. Oh shit. Let's see if I can get this up. He's giving me another image here. I don't want to ignore it. Oh, okay. What now? So he went back to the S&P index. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Interesting. When you first look at that, does your first thought, oh fuck, I got to buy that? Is that your first thought? Some things to think about. I don't worry about Grant because he's a very skilled trader. He knows what he's doing. I mean, my guess is he's looking to buy it down here. But for the rest of you, just it's easy to get sucked in. Or if anything, they want you to get sucked into it. It's your easy pickings, right, for that liquidity. All right. Did I get we did the million. No, M1 supply. We did that one. Okay, I think I'm moving pretty well here. Oh, TradeDevil. Okay, so if I'm saying it right, CLV what? Clive. What are you giving me here? You're giving me. Let's see if I can do it this way. If I can follow along. Oh, okay. He's on his phone. All right. So this is the S&P, right? So he's got him way up. Again, range expansion, not standard deviation. It just makes ICT look like a moron every time but everybody's accepted it. Okay, so I'm almost speechless by this, right? My bet would be no. Not without a substantial. Look at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not without a substantial retrace, right? Now, could we get up here in 5 years? Maybe. My view is that we need a retrace here, right, to get everybody all the. One thing you can never, it's impossible to overestimate is American greed, right? So what is running hard and heavy right now? Greed, right? The new administration, they are the embodiment of greed. So the greed is flowing, right? What moves the market? Fear and greed. When everybody's greedy, it doesn't take much to get a little fear going, right? But I love your work, Clive. Really glad to have you in here. Right, it's just a different approach, right? It creates new conversation, exposes people to a different approach here. Just don't call it standard deviation. Okay, Holy Life, could you check? No, it's Holly Life. I always see it. Holly Life. All right, Holly Life. I'm gonna let you slide here because you're supposed to chart. But let's. I'm going to do it for you. So let's see. What do we want? It's APE. APE. Oh, for the U.S. resident. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm on a monthly. APE. Oh, here, let's go to APE. ApeCoin. Kind of funny. Do I have enough history here? Oh yeah, I'm sure I do. All right, so okay, we can look at this. It almost doesn't matter, right? So it's pretty. I mean, like that, right? So we've got 5 swings down. Do we really care? Well, we only care about what we're going to run into on the way back, right? So first thing you would check, right here, right? We can see they blew that, right? So that's blown. Now what is the algo going to do next? Right there. Get this right on it. Okay, that's the next dominant, right? If this one breaks, what's it going to do next? Right there. And if that one breaks, right, that's the last thing it has to get through. But right now, next up, just out of curiosity, I like to check these. Was Al here? Well, number one, Al is always there, right? Always. There's no market, no time frame where you won't. He's always there. All right, so, okay, well, target reached. One thing we can just immediately say, whether we label it or not, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. We got a little uptrend going on here. Looks like we got maybe some sort of a diag getting us into a 1 here. So I just kind of loosely, you know, it's that just force of habit, right? Just I always do the 1s. So okay, diag, I can live with that. What again, this is having a methodology, right? So you know exactly what I'm going to do next. That's the point. What does that look like? If liquidity is the fuel, what does that look like? Well, back to the first chart we have. There's a turtle soup. Right there. I mean, you can apply it to it's a little bit overused, right? Every wick that takes out liquidity is now a turtle soup. All right. Again, I pay attention to the ICT stuff just because all of my members do, right? Okay. Is Al there? Remember, right? You want to see what has he been doing, right? Where is he? What pivots is he using? I give it a gender, right? It's funny. Just I personalize it. Okay. Just to make it easier, right? So you don't forget it. Okay. Is Al around? Oh, there's Al. There he is. And this is why they don't care, right? They'll take a stop. They don't care because eventually they'll get a series going. I've seen 23 of these in a row. Eventually, that's why they don't care if they get stopped out, right? Again, they can afford it. And number 2, they'll just keep trading until they get on the right side of it. So, well, let's see, just out of curiosity. That's a failure swing, right? Failed to get there. Here, we're too deep. That's too far. That's not a front run, right? Just failed to make it, right? That's the target, right? Where's it going to get stopped out? Down here, but still long. But on the way down, right? For all we know, it's the same people. We have no idea, right? Who this is behind that. It's just, here's one thing I can promise you. It's not Billy Bob Crypto, right? That's software doing that. Okay, targets met. All good. We know Al's there, right? So, sweet. Time to buy it. Well, there's your turtle soup, right? Does the count make sense? So it's a little skinny. Here, what do we want? Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't get your 5th grader. It's going to be hard to miss the 5 down, but that's a little skinny. What are we got in there? Oh, that's a new one. I haven't seen that one. Fair value gaps. Let's go to a 4. See, is there a good... Oh, you got a skinny too. A lot of this, right? Bitcoin, right? Many of them it all look the same. Did we sweep it? We did, right? That's the fingerprints, right, of a liquidity grab, right? Well, how do we know that, right? Look at the displacement that comes, right? So there's turtle soup on this end, turtle soup on this end, right? You can put it, there's fucking, you know, it's a little bit overused, right? Right, much more powerful on 4 hour and daily, but there it is, right? So is that a, where's your 2? I guess you're gonna have to live with that. Oh, that's hideous. No, that can't be right. You can't go, no, this is what I wouldn't do. That's a little, the 4 to the 2 is just, I'd be more inclined to do something like this. You want them all self-contained, right? Again, I've done this many times, but you don't want to do this to 3, 4, 5 ever. You don't want to do that, right? You want them all in a channel, right? Then you know you have a good wave structure here. When you're doing this, it's something else, right? So, well, I'm not saying this couldn't be that this couldn't be a 5 and we're going off to the low. It's just as a practice, as a habit. Again, if you're applying a methodology, you want to apply it with where it has the highest degree of effectiveness, right? And if we're trying to do this, you're modifying it because of your bias. Do I want this to be the 5? Well, kinda, but is it clean? Maybe. Right, I would be a little uncomfortable doing this, right? I wouldn't be ready to put money into that just yet, because I've got no 2. It's just a waterfall. So it makes me think, oh, could this be an ABC? Well, if it's an ABC, then we got to back up, and we got to rethink the whole thing. Because if this is an ABC, well, then we got to go backwards here because we can't finish. Right? If it's an ABC. Oh, shit. Oh, how can I do this? We got to back it up and turn it into a WXY. Can we do that? You kind of got the same problem here, right? But it is a little bit closer. If this is the 2 and this is the 4, it's a little bit better. So because of that, right? So this would just have me, I'm going to wait here. So I would want to see this get swept, right? So if I'm planning it, right, if you're taking it now, why would you be doing it? Well, fuck, I don't want to miss it. That's the only reason why, right? You're not going to miss anything. If this is going to be our low, okay, well then we're going to get a 5 here, of some degree, right? Again, this is the advantage of Elliott Wave that nothing else gives you, right? This is not optional. If this is the low, I'm going to get a 5 here. Well, let me rephrase that. If you're applying Elliott Wave, your expectation before you're going to put money at risk is that you're looking for a 5 here. Is that 1, 2? Maybe. Can I say that that's 1, 2? Absolutely not. I have no idea what that is just yet. Something has to happen here. Well, at the very least, let's get some sort of sweep of this, right? To say, oh, because this is all one leg lower. First, I got to sweep that. That would be just a change of character. Where's the break of structure, right? We got to go all the way up here. So, all right, let's label it, right? Okay, could this be 1, 2? Well, I'm expecting a 3, 4, 5. Now, it could do it as a diag, right? We can lead with a diag. But I'm looking for that 5. So don't you see the... If you don't, right, then I'm not doing a good job of explaining our methodology, right? If you wait for this, now again, I don't have that, but just some sort of structure like that. If I wait for that, then I've confirmed the low. I've confirmed this. So what that tells me is that, oh, I can trade that, the retrace, because that's what I'm after. But doing it now is just like, oh, fuck, I don't know. Let's take a swing at it. That is not a recipe for long-term success in the market. Oh, well, I kind of wanted it to be the low, and, I don't know, CPI was good today, and Bitcoin's up, right? So fuck it, let's just go for it. That is not how you survive in the markets. There has to be structure and a set of rules that you live by, or you are just winging it. It's the next thing, it's the turtle soups, and, I'm assuming that Clivey's done some study, right? And then it's, oh, wait a minute, it's standard deviations, even though it is not standard deviations. It's the next thing. It's the next thing. It's the next thing. You are completely floundering. You have to have something that anchors you. And for me, right, the Elliott Wave structure anchors me because I know if that doesn't turn into a 5, I'm not fucking taking it. And if I don't see clarity here, I'll wait. What's the rush? I don't want to put money at risk unless I'm really confident in what I'm doing and what I see. Don't trade what you think. It's the oldest cliche in markets, right? Well, one of the oldest. Don't trade what you see or what you think. Trade what you see. What do I see here? I see some uncertainty as to what this is. Other than I see a good indication here, I've got a candidate for a low because of the liquidity sweep. But give me the 5. Because then I'm at ease. Okay, I may get stopped out. Fuck, I don't know. Of course, right? I may get stopped out, but at least I'm taking that trade. I followed my methodology, my structure, my rule set. So I don't flounder. Does that help you, holy life? Shit, I'm forever holy life. Holy life. Holly life. Okay, let's get a 5 in there. What's the very first thing this market has to come through? What's the first thing it has to get through? Please tell me you know what I'm about to do. First thing it has to do is clear that golden, right? It's got to get on the other side of Al. Oh, we just did this. Yeah, wicks, right? Wicks do the damage. Bodies tell the story, right? It's just a wick. Now, if this is the low, that algo is not going to get its target. So when we get right, when we get here, you buying it? Or you buying it here? You know who's buying here? Retail. How about here? What if we went to the 50 and retraced? Oh, you'd be looking at this going, oh, fuck, Jesus, I see exactly what's happening here. Some things to think about, right? The next hurdle for a bull. Steel Swarm, going to leave this here once again, assuming there's space left. Absolutely. Oh, he must have a big position here. Oh, let's see here. What do we got? Steel Swarm always makes me think of Steel Wool for some reason when I look at that. Do I want to leave this? Yeah, I do. I don't know why that makes me think of Steel Wool, but it does. Okay, how's the market doing? Oh, shit, 450. 450 in the NQ. Well, that's good news. All right, what are we doing with Cardano here? Right, what did this guy spend to get Trump elected? 100 million or something like that? Major donor, right? He wanted regulation off his back, and he's got it, right? Oh, this is beautiful, right? So someone, right, while he's with us, right, he's applying our methodology. So ABC. So we got 3, 3. Was that Al there? Looks like it might be. I gotta move this just a little bit. Oh shit! Did you lock that? Oh, I guess you did. Let me move that just so I can get in there. Oh fuck me! Come here. Oh fuck! You really did lock that? Man, the whole thing's locked down. You locked me down here. I can't get in there. Where's this fucker? Jesus, I don't see it. Yeah, well, okay. Here, let me do this. This will make it easier, at least for me. Let me get my colors on here. And I can see it a little bit better. What the fuck? You just really not locked it. Okay, I'm going to pull some of that out so I can see it. Okay. Fuck, I can't get that thing out of there. So maybe it's a. Oh, I see what he's got. Okay, I got it. He's using he's using Lex Algo's Elliott Wave. Okay, now it can be helpful when you're first learning, right? But you don't want to be dependent. It's like motive wave, right? When I was first learning, right, I used motive wave a lot, and eventually you want to move away from that because what you end up doing is accepting what the software tells you, and many times it will be right many times, but to really own it, right? You don't want to need the software, right? But it can't, when you're getting started, right? It can be like, oh, okay, it can be helpful. There's too much nuance, too much variation, too much interpretation Elliottician has to do. And I think this is a free piece of software, if I'm not mistaken. So just out of curiosity, oh, that's what it is, right? It was part of this. So what is that doing? Not sure why that is locking that in there. Okay, right, so we got, right, so it looks like he did a little bit of both. This is his count, and then that's the, I think that was the Lex algo. Okay, Jesus, long way to get there. Okay, so we got a WX. All right, well, this is, a lot of crypto has done this, right? If this is the Y, God, it's tiny. Right, we're doing this. It looks clear 3, right? So it looks like we've got that. And then what's come off of it, right? So even though this is a little Abby normal, look at the size of the first one, right, compared to that one. That's the only hesitation. You go, oh, okay. I got baby and I got big brother here. Not common to see them that, but it's not. No, it's not like it fucking never happened, right? So this is a valid count, primarily due to what's come off of that. So we're on a 4-hour. Looks like we didn't quite make that. It's corrective, right? So he's right to be using. Looks like that's a shift. Didn't quite make it, right? But he's got that as a good target. So when you go to, let me just get to, when you go to median lines like this with that sharp drop off like this, well, first, whenever you're doing a correction, right, I definitely always want to look at it in shift. So we're coming to the median line here at the golden zone, right? So he's teed that up, right? He knows this. So 4, okay, let's hope, right, that's, is it tradable? Abso-fucking-lutely, right? There's no reason not to take that trade there, right? Look at the confluence. We're on Binance here, so we can get a little volume on that. Oh, fuck me, where are you? Here we go. All right, okay, where's value within that leg? Let's go down to a 1. Right. So what is this really showing me, right? So there's a couple of things. So I want to see what's the most accepted price. Well, it's way up here, right? I'm pulling off of this low. So most of the volume is up here. Where's value, right? So if I draw it, that's right. If assuming I think maybe the free one doesn't give you all the volume profile, right? But you always want to see, right? Where are they accepting value? Where are most people buying or selling it? Right? That's why you want to keep that value. And then if we're smack dab in the middle, what's your edge? If we're right here, you can see the edge. I've got a trifecta of confluence here. Well, first, right, I don't have the 3 legs, right? I don't have the ABC to coming down to this. But look what's here. So I've got a median line. I've got a center median line. I got a golden zone. And I'm at the edge of value of this swing. This is an edge. Now, we're not there yet, but if we come down here, that's a trade I'd take 100 out of 100 times because there's a slight edge. That's all you ever get is a slight edge. It's not like, oh, where do I get the higher odds? Golden corner pocket, right? That's 80% odds. Here, I'd give this, well, there's some theory, right, that if we get to the lower edge of value here and we don't blow through, right, that there's a very high probability we're going to the other side of value, right? That's the market, the auction market theory, right? What are we doing? We're auctioning, where's back up, right? What's the purpose of the market, right? To create trade and liquidity, to facilitate trade. Where do we do that? In the middle, where there's a lot of agreement on value. When we get to the edges, oh, not such agreement here. Oh, now, oh, wait a minute. So 68% of the people agree that the value is here. If we're going down here, wait a second. Oh, well, I do have a high volume node down here, so I know plenty of trading activity took place there. You can see it in that. You can see it in the little. This would be a little order block. Not a great one, actually. More a decisional block. Because we didn't get, why do I say that? Because we didn't get a lot of displacement coming off of that. Not great. I wouldn't ignore it, though. It's unmitigated, right? So here's the edge, right? We one little poke into it. But that 50, right down here, something to pay attention to if it's coming lower. Okay, well, so this is all teed up and ready to go for you. Now, what if it goes higher? Well, okay, extension in the 5th, fine. At some point, what if we got up here? We got up here. What would that be? Break of structure. What would we anticipate after the break of structure? Right, although you anticipate it deeper, because what does the market usually do after a one wave? 50%. Right? Not guaranteed, not absolute, not every time, most of the time. Why do you want to trade something that doesn't happen most of the time? That seems foolish to me. I'm not trying to be insulting to anyone's intelligence. Just why would you take the abnormal? What does it normally do? Well, if you do, you know what you're doing? You're thinking of where it's going. You're trading what you think. What do you see? What does it usually do? Oh well, you know, I read on X that it was, you know, again, there's going to be a gazillion reasons to buy it, right? But then now you've strayed away from your methodology, from your rule set, from what you anticipate, right? If I think I've got a one wave and it makes an 18% retracement, I'm not buying that thinking it's the two. Maybe it's a shallow A, or we're doing a triangle or something like that. But I'm not buying it thinking, oh, the two's in and we're going. I wouldn't. That would look like this. No. Now, you disagree, have at it. Put a stop on it. But I would never take that trade. Well, first, are you buying premium or discount? It can't be much more premium, and you're buying at the POC where you have no edge. You don't know which way it's going to go there. There's no reason to do that, right? Be selective. Be picky about what you trade. Don't just you know. I remind people of this a lot. You know, I was a broker for 10 years. I used to describe my job as not helping people with their financial analysis and planning. And my job was adult entertainment. Some guy's got some money, he's bored at work. You know, I had to dial a lot of doctors, lawyers, right? They don't have time. They don't have the mental capacity to, you know, study the market. So they'd call me up and say, what's going on today? What do we like? What little dopamine hit? That's how I learned, watching a whole lot of other people lose money. Okay, Steel Swarm, hope that helps you there, right? It's all teed up. It's just not ripe. Not yet. But I love your setup, right? Your setup is excellent. Okay, where are we? Anybody watching? Yeah, I got a few. It's so weird, right, to have a one-way conversation. And I can't quite watch the chat and do this at the same time. I get them all over the place. Okay, Chicken Rider. It's a funny handle. Chicken Rider, what are you thinking? What do you like here, Chicken Rider? I used to have a handle Option Rider because I used to write a lot of options. Okay. Well, oh yeah, I forgot. He likes the gradient. Kind of sexy, right? It's a little harder to see for me. Oh, we got a harmonic here, right? Now that's, oh God, well, it's not tick perfect, right? But the shape, oh, it's a butterfly if I'm not mistaken. Well, it's pretty close, right? It's nice work here. So this is just oh, Chicken Rider, I got to do this here. It fucks my brain up. Okay, so let's go to, okay, we see a little bit better. I love how much emphasis he's putting here. So where do you, the thing you want to focus on here are the low and the high volume, right? So that little low volume node there, God, that's a funky color you got there. Oh, I guess that's value here. I guess he's doing buy sell here, combo, right? So it's not just, all right, I digress. Okay, so let's come back to GameStop, right? So if you're trading GameStop, okay, you got to know what's going on with the option positioning, because that's what moves this market, right? Is the gamma squeeze. That's a whole nother conversation, right? It involves with how market makers are hedging. Chicken Rider, I'm going to assume if you're trading this, right, you're dialed into how that's all works and what the positioning of the market makers is. So, okay, let's see if we can apply some Elliott Wave to this. Can we? Well, we got a daily. Huh? We got to back up. Footprints of major play, right? What did they do here? Right, see the double there? Boom. I'm sure many would call that a turtle soup. Boom. Right. You know what that's based off, right? The turtle traders, which used Donshin channels back in the day. Right, so they would take the breakout, right? Today, right, a breakout is just asking to donate your money to somebody. to a market maker or professional, right? You don't. That's the trade you don't want. Things have changed. Okay, so let's see. Where's Al? Well, is he here? It looks like that might be a little thin. Not quite. Front run, maybe. That's, see, this is a dangerous trade. You gotta, if you're gonna trade GameStop, just keep the volume light because this thing is very. Do you see any volatility here? Look at that. That's from 119. Well, we're going back to this is the COVID era. That's a 100-point drop. Maybe I guess you could get away with a 1 here. 1, 2. Why is it going that high? You know, if you're playing this, you're playing the options, right? So because is GameStop, right? If we just think about their earnings potential going forward, you know, maybe they're bringing in AI games, right? I don't know how GameStop would ever seek evaluation of that. Even 480, right? Seems insane, right? This was all option related. Okay, well, if that's 1. Well, let's keep going with it, right? So if this is 1, 2, well, okay, candidate 1, 2. Let's put it up there. All right, let's dig in there on a 4, see how we look. Could this be the 2? A, B, oh, well, there's a 3, so you have to do it like that. You know what? I'm going to just hide this for a second just so I can get in there and see that count. All right, so a lot of 3s, right? So this looks to me like, oh, that's his. I see what he's doing. That's interesting, right? So I'm going to push this off just for a second. That is a pitchfork. That's an inside pitchfork, right? Creative, right? Creative to use that. This looks to me like this is all down here, right? This is all wick, right? So, nope, that's wick right there, right? That's the actual hard. Oh, come here. All right, you see how far, right? All the wicks, right? Again, to his credit, ICT wicks do the damage, bodies tell the story. Oh, it's hard to get out. It's hard to get out of that. Ugh. I might start it here. At least I get an impulse to get that started. Some 4s in here. All right, it's just swing at a time, right? This is, again, as I call it, this is the sausage making, right? If you're going to apply this methodology that I keep encouraging you to consider, right? Okay, well, this is what it looks like. This is the process. Okay, can we nail every pivot? Can we? Looks like 3. I'm gonna give that. Looks like a triangle. Okay. Micro. Let's go to white. Okay. Do I have a candidate here? 1, 2. Looks reasonable. I want to do this, but that I got a 3 that's finishing there. Let's go to a 2. Didn't quite get it done. A, B. A 4 looks good. Ugh. Shit. Let's go to a 30. Is it there? Well, this looks like a good 4, right? 4 is usually the easiest thing to spot, right? We stop progressing the trend. We just consolidate, right? That's why triangles, you know, flats, truncations, right? All of that typically happens there. Oh, I don't want to do that. But you might be stuck with it. do this. So this would have to be the internal, because it does look like there's a 5 that finishes it there. Let's get that. You see, you can say, well, oh fuck, who cares, right? Because I'm applying the methodology here. So here's a 5, right? I can't finish with the 3. We begin and end in 5s. Hard fact, right? If it's a 3, it's part of a combo, right? If it's an ABC. So then I could probably get away with this. This is a little skinny here. Oh. So this would have to come down a degree. It's not the cleanest count I've ever put up, but candidate, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I get a good finish there. This is clear A, B, C, D, E. So easy triangle, right? Sometimes they're like, oh my God, seriously? It's going to be that easy? Into a 4. Into a 5, right? We doubled. Okay. Oh, true double. To not clear it by tick is more rare than you think, right? Because it's, oh, they did, right? Oh, maybe, yeah, they did. Right, because it's too tempting, right? It's too easy, right? Because you know there's stops right there. And you know someone who doesn't know better bought it. 6 years I've been trying to tell you guys, don't do that. Somebody did. Guarantee it. Or they put their stop one tick on the other side of it, one or the other. Whoops, I turned the mic off. What have you got over here? This is, oh, you drew it. I see it. Okay. Okay, 1. All right, what are we looking for? 3. In the pocket. Sure looks like we got to start on it. So he's teed you up here, right there. Okay, well, what's missing? Where are the fibs? We could fatten this up a little bit. All right, so I'm a little tighter than he's including from the 50 to the golden zone. Because if we get on the through one side, it'll go to the next ledge, which would be right here. If it gets through that, it's going to go to the next ledge, which would be right at the 65. A, B, C, right? So is there anything to do? Well, I mean, you can make a case for trading Bs, right? You're with trend. But careful about assuming, oh shit, oh it's going up, oh fuck, oh forget the B, right? Oh shit, that thing's going right. Be careful of that, right? Then you've deviated from your structure and your rule set and what you're anticipating and the methodology, right? If you think, oh hey, oh fuck that Elliott Wave shit, that thing's going to, right? I'm not saying it couldn't. I'm just saying don't deviate, right? Because then you're flapping and floundering, right? You're just making your own shit up. We have 96, 7 years of precedent of Elliott Wave. Don't wing it. My opinion, right? You do what you want, but I encourage you to stay grounded with a methodology, right? Until you've thoroughly tested it and it's not for you, right? Elliott Wave is not for everybody. Most people, it's too fucking hard. Oh, it's too subjective. It's too old. It's too old school, right? It's all algos now. You can't trade. It's all ICT now. You can't, as you've heard me say this many times, you cannot trade Elliott Wave and not be trading market structure. It's the OG of market structure. Okay, right. So 1, 2, right? He's teed up here. Pay attention to what's happening with the gamma exposure, right? If you're trading GameStop, because that's what moves it. Griff. Oh, just a nice note from Griff. Not posting, give the chance to the others to ask review of their charts as always. Thanks. That's a nice note. Okay, Dr. Alban, he must have a big position in WIF because he's been posting this one a lot. So this is Dr. Alban on, as I like to call it, Wi-Fi. Only because the first time he posted it, I thought it was Wi-Fi. I was like, Wi-Fi? What the fuck is Wi-Fi? Well, I know what Wi-Fi is, but I thought maybe it was a new crypto I hadn't seen. Oh, you went to a, what'd you do here? Perpetual, what's going on here? Blue count, oh man. Reminds me of George, right? He always uses the largest degree I guess, right, maybe it helps on the live stream, right, for people to be able to see it. This feels like there's not enough history here. Maybe there is. I'm just curious. This one gives me all the history, right? But it's a trade-off, right? You lose volume because it aggregates. All right, so let's. I guess we're good here. So where does this start? 24, I guess it does, right? Yeah, we're good. Okay, so I guess maybe I don't. Just double checking. ABC count. Well, aside from the, God, is that the absolute? Oh, he's super. Okay, let's bring that down a bit. Okay, so do we need to be in log scale? You know, log scale is kind of a pain in the ass, right? Because it distorts to your eye, et cetera. Right? But are we, you know, when you get to 4 times the range, you pretty much have got to look at it in log scale, right? And it can, you know, clear things up a little bit. So now, look, out of log scale, it's a little tougher to see what's in there, right? If I go to log scale, oh, okay, I can kind of see that pretty clearly. Now this is just me. I those things bug the shit out of me. I can't have those on there. Okay, so that A. Okay, interesting. All right, so let's get this labeled. One. Oh fuck, come here. Oh, something looks like that. Looks pretty good. Let's go up a degree. We're going to micro. Okay, 1, 2. Well, right off the bat, right? So this just makes it easy in terms of the process, right? I've got this, right, to finish. Well, that's a 3. There's an ABC, so we've got, so it's a combo, right? So I think we've been through this. I'm pretty sure he knows that. 3, sloppy. I don't even know if we get a triangle out of that. I would do that. Or super micro. Let's take that down. Oh wait, he's got that as. Is that a 1? Oh yeah, I guess he is a 1 here. Okay, that ABC is clean because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a good. Let's go down just a bit. Oh fuck, where am I? Let's try an 8. Okay, let's look at that. What he's got here. Again, just. Okay, well, so I look at that, and the first thing that pops into my head goes, why there? Maybe for the 4, I would check here. Yeah, check. Where's Al? There he is. He's always there, right? You just got to find him. Oops. They use it over here. 50, 50, 50. Target. That's a good front run there. So, okay, the count's shaping up. That's a 5. That's a 3. That's a 5. So the ABC here, right? Classic. 1, 2. Okay. I think we looked at this last week. So you're going to have to do this as a 5, 3, 5, 3. We're going to have to finish it here. Still, I got these. 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. It's got to be a leading diagonal. Let's see. Oh, what do we got? Micro. Sometimes people look at this and go, oh, fuck, why do you keep changing the colors, changing the degree? It's just very easy to get confused if you don't. That's why I do it. something we haven't used, right? A, B. Oh, no, this would be over here. Oh, wait, or are you giving me 2 counts? Are there multiple counts in here? Oh, shit, where'd we go here? Oh, Jesus, I can't even see this. A, B, C. A, B, C is in. Okay, so A, B, C. All right, so let's get that put back together. So out at this degree, this would be A, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shit, maybe I had it already. Let's get rid of that. All right, so I guess I did it twice. So essentially what we have here is, right, as per his labeling, is A, B, C. Okay, time to buy it? Absolutely not. Well, okay, pardon me. Per my rule set, no, it's not ripe yet. Why do I say that? How do we know the low's in? Well, you got a little teaser there. Let's go down to let's try a 3-hour. All right, so this would suggest we do have the low, right? So we got this right here. So we have confirmed, whether you want to call it, no, let's just call it inducement. Change in state of delivery, that's the ICT language. It looks like a good 5 to come down here. 3, how do we know it's the 4? We stop progressing the trend. Okay, right. Oh, that's good. Here for a C. Oh, change that color. Oh, fuck me, come here. Just to have something different. Okay, right, so I got a candidate, right? So this confirms the low, right? The sweep here. So because otherwise, how do you know, right? Again, for those that have not seen this, right? If you think, oh, okay, I got the lows in. Oh, it's lows in. Oh, wait, is it? Oh, now it's definitely in. Nope. Oh, yeah, that's it. Nope. Oh, is that it? Nope, that's it. Now I got a low. Otherwise, this is all just one big leg down. Very important, right? That's why I do this whenever I get a chance for when it comes up. You gotta clear something, right? You can't confirm the low. It'll just roll over, roll over, roll over. A lot of people have lost a lot of money because what are you trading? You're trading what you think, not what you see. Careful of that. Oh, that's not what I want. One, two. Look, right. So, good looking impulse here. Oh, we're in log scale, so I can't use that. All right. Nice, tight. Boom. Oh. Okay, what's the next thing you have to do? Right? What are the hurdles, right? What do you have to pay attention to? Where are the landmines? There's one. All right, looks like we're getting a little, use the language, a little turtle head through that. But look where that's happening, right? Oh. Prior support becomes the resistance. It's not complicated. Got to clear this, right? Is that 1-2? It's not the best looking 1-2 I've ever seen. Let's go to a 30. Not much of a 2. Well, there it is, right? Did we even get the 23? At least you got the 23 here. All right, it's ideal. No. Valid. Okay. All right. It's just, yeah, it's not like they've never happened before. Certainly not in crypto. You got a little ABC here and here. Would look like minuscule. Something that'll show up. Well, this looks 4-ish, right? So let's just go with it. Oh, fuck, I don't load that. Let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if that's the 3, right, well, we know where that hurdle is. If this is a 1, 2, where do they usually go? Well, the second most common, right? You're going to get some resistance here, right? I'm not saying you can't break it. Right? One side has to break. Just like I'm a little off there. So it looks like a good 3, right? We can at least confirm it's longer than the 1, right? Even with the very shallow 2. Okay, we cleared 100% of it. Do we have a change of character yet? Yes. Do we have a break of structure? Where's the break of structure? You're going to have to go a long way to get that. All right, we got a long way to go. I'm down on a 30-minute. Got to get through all this. Let's move you off. So we made that point. So let's mark it. I just do this little hot box. Okay. Now, let's see, I'm on Binance, so I can do it. It sounds like telling you what are people trading? Well, what are we coming up to, right? The POC, right here, we just looked at that. Where's another location we can focus on, right? Well, we got low volume nodes here. You kind of see why. We went right through it, right? Nobody found value here. We found value down here. Anybody struggling for this? I assume not. Pretty easy to spot that. All right, as I like to say, if your fifth grader can't spot it, all right, something's wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop dead simple. All right, that's coming together. And this is, I think I went too big for him. Okay, I think just off of what he had because he was at a much higher degree. Okay, so I've got A, B, C, right? So that's A, B, that was the ABC he had. Good looking 5 to finish. I got a big push here. Now I'm not quite there, but I'm on getting started on a 5. So if you're thinking, oh geez, I'm not in Dogwifhat. Crazy crypto. Okay, I'm not in Dogwifhat. Where can I get into this? Right, if you're super aggressive and you love this crypto, right, the 4 to the 5 is there waiting, right? Let's get some, could be a triangle, right? But something like that, right? You trade the 4 to the 5, but don't assume we were going to the moon. It's, again, not that it's not possible. It's just that's abnormal. Oh, I know that completed a 5, but that thing's going to keep going, right? And right, don't be greedy. That's what that is, right? If it does that, okay, well, if you took the 4 to the 5, now you got to break a structure. What do you think? What's next? And wouldn't that be just exactly what you'd hope? Oh, fuck, God, I can get an extension in the 5. I broke structure. What's next? Now, what do you know? What's probable? Retrace. If that's a 1, where do they usually retrace? What do we got down here? Low volume on the cliff, right? So the way to think of this is the way the market will respond is at the edge, because if we break the ledge, or the ledge as it's often called, a ledge, if we break this, we're going to this. Right? That's why you want to pay attention to where those ledges are, right? Because the market will try to defend there. Look here. Right? Why do we have a ledge there? So are we going that high? Maybe. We're still working on the third here. 3, 4, 5, right? Tee up for the 2 down here. And again, I don't have this, right? Maybe it lines up perfectly with that, but that's what I'd be watching for. Dr. Alban, oh shit, I'm really stupid. I didn't send the right chart. Chicken Rider, send whatever you want. We got, how are we doing on time? We got time. We got 15 minutes. 3, 4, 5. No problem, right? Oh God, I struggle all the time with TradingView with the wrong shit. I go back and forth between multiple different platforms, so it takes me a minute sometimes. Look at the perfect 5, right? This is where I go to all those, Elliott Wave is just bullshit. It's just the old stuff. It's just blah, blah, blah. Does the market move in 5s and 3s? "96 years of precedent." Oh, I like the new stuff, right? I don't have to study anything. I don't have to learn anything. Well, that's not true, right? ICT does take some study. It's not that any of his concepts are complicated. It's more that there's a lot of them. I think many people explain it better than he does. I'm sure that people say the same thing for me. I find him to be a bore, but okay, all right. Let me get off of that. Okay, so Chicken Rider, send me what you got. You wanted to see AR USDT? AR. Fuck, I don't even know what AR is. USDT. Well, let's go to Binance. What is AR? I can't even remember what it is. God, there's so many of them. It's hard to know them all. Well, a couple things you spot, right? So you get to the point where you can just bring up a chart like immediately. Like, what's the first thing I see up here? Did they grab liquidity up there? Was that just ass raping retail? Yes, that's exactly what that is, right? Because somebody bought that, or they put their stop one tick off the high, right? Was another common mistake. Okay, all right. So, all right, there's the daily. It almost doesn't. This okay? Who cares, right? What matters is okay from this low. What do we got? Do we have a 5? Well, it's a bit skinny up there. Do we need to be in log scale? $3 to, oh yeah, we do, right? Which is annoying. I admit it, it's annoying, but okay, look at how differently it looks. See, this is the problem when if everything's in log and you bring it up, right? You careful of that. There's so much distortion, right? Because we expand below. Okay, it's definitely got the range to where we want to look at it in log scale, and okay, great, but it's easy to lose perspective. See, here you might think, oh, okay, maybe it's a 4, right? No. Take it out of log scale. No. Even this is a little. Jesus, that's a little dicey as well. Well, it's there. You got a 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correction. So if we label that up, all right, so there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if I was in. Oh, I'd go to a 4 hour. You see that a little bit better. Here's the 4, right? We go sideways, sweep the low, right? What's happening right there again should be just immediate, like, oh, I know what happened right there. Now, how are we doing over here? That's not looking great. Now again, you could say, oh, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, right? But if you're, again, we're back to, if you're applying a methodology like ours, is that an impulse? No. What does it look like? Because I have a 5. But we don't, right? Now you could have been right here thinking, oh, 1, 2, oh, fuck, yeah, this thing's going, right? Oh, beautiful. Oh, let's load up. Let's load up. Oh, but my stop, oh, a stop? ABC, or what? I think the first chart we looked at, how do you tell? Is it 1, 2, 3 or ABC? Well, what's the context? I completed something here. Oh, fuck, let's go to an 8. Did I complete something here? Yes. What am I anticipating? Again, log scale, right? At least at 50%. I got, in actual arithmetic, I got more than 78.6%. So definitely a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A. I don't think there'd be any dispute about that. Does the market moves in 5s? A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What follows a 5? A, B, C. I know. It's like, oh, come on, man. It's not that simple. No, I'm not saying it's simple. I'm not saying it's one thing I would never say is that it's easy. But just, again, I can get a 5th grader on here. He can spot the 5s and 3s. Now, he may not get a triple combo, some of that shit, right? Takes some practice and some study. But the 5s and 3s should be I cannot look at a chart and not see 5s and 3s. It's so ingrained in my brain. I can't not do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I have an A there? It looks like it. Sorry, what's shit here? I'll probably finish here. A, B, all right, we got a little tricky there. Can we do it as a, yeah, I guess we can. You can get a C in there. Through a diag, you got a triangle here. All right, so that would be W. ABC, what is it now? Because it's not a 1, 2. And we're not done yet. Again, I'm going kind of fast here, but. Okay, so let me just going through the process here. Things we want to check for. Okay, where's Al in here? Right, we got signs of him here. How about here? Is that Al? You tell me. No chart, no time frame, no asset, doesn't matter. He's always there. Always. So why would you ever not find him? A little off there. Right, no, not the 618. Golden zone. What else do we have there if it's a golden zone? Get you on there. Well, right, that's kind of, remember for a correction, we want to look both traditional as well as a shift or a modified shift. Modified shift, just a channel. Okay. Golden corner pocket. There's your 80%. I say this every week, every video, until everybody is absolutely clear, because we get new people on here. That is the highest technical setup in the market, period. With the exception of you get the higher odds selling far out of the money options, but you get to sell a shitload of them to make it worthwhile financially and to take that risk. And it only takes one time where you're on the wrong side and it can blow up all of your gains, right? Here, again, least used technical tool it's in every trading package. Least used technical tool, period. Nobody uses it. Very few, right? You know who uses it? Hedge funds, traditionals, professionals. You know who doesn't use it? Retail. Oh yeah, that pitchfork thing. Yeah, I heard that. Oh fuck, I don't know anything about it. So they ignore it. What are most people? How's their experience in the market? They lose money. It's a little funky coming down here. It looks like you're going to have to A, B. You're going to go into a triangle to finish that, but it looks like you got a better play here for an X. Oh, and then here's Al again. All right, do you see the pattern here? Right, here he is the first time. Second time. You see that? Oh God, he's probably in here multiple times. That's how it works, right? You can't. There's absolutely no possibility. Nobody could debate me on that. Zero, none. I could show that so many times, so many more times than you've seen a silver bullet or whatever the fuck. There's just no getting around that. Okay, all right. So let me get off of that. Okay, so where are we in this? That could be one, or pardon me, A. I think we're gonna have to do it here. Would be. Right, as it sits right now. Now remember, an Elliott wave count is just a snapshot in time. At this moment in time. Now, could that change course? Let's go 4 here and see if that cleans up a little bit. No, 1, 2, 3. So you need that, right? So it's an ABC. Yeah, we're going to get out of that. That's a little fat. Is that Al? That's probably him again. How many times have we spotted him here? No, he hasn't made his target yet. Fuck. 3 times at the golden. I can do it again, right? Every time you have a golden, right, you have to do this. Right, now, there, I might go to shift. See how we look here. All right, so often with a shift, the target will be down here at the lower parallel. Now, you could go to a channel, which is a modified shift, is just a channel. I might check both, right? I want to look at both, right? What are they using? Do it here. If I do it here, then I'm pulling from a 50. A little front run on a 50. Now, oh, interesting. That's modified shift, which means it's just a channel, which, so just to show you that. That's all a modified SHIF is. Did we get our 80%? Yes. Well, you actually got it right there. Highest odds in trading. How many of you can look back over the last, well, what, 90 days? How many golden corners did you take? I hope it's more than none. 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like that A's in. So far, that looks like a 3. So you can say again, there's a process, there's a method. What are we looking for here? Now I can go higher. That's what I'd be looking for. Target down below. There we go. Right now, all I see is a 3, right? So it's, oh, fuck me, come here. So it's maybe, right? Maybe I got that. I don't know. Candidate. How am I doing on time? Oh, look at that. My God, I'm going to be early. Oh, wait. Chicken Rider got his last one. Okay. AR. So who was that? Oh, shit. Here, I already did it, and you're giving me the chart. Son of a bitch. Sorry. Didn't mean to step on your stuff. I didn't see that you'd posted the chart. You just said AR. Well, let's see what you got, right? Let's compare it to what I got. Oh, Chicken Rider. He's got some cool stuff in here. All right. So let's see what you're thinking. You guys, it's like chart art. Okay, so this is cool. Okay, so we got good. A little. Oh, it looks like. Oh shit! I got to do this, man. I just can't do it. On a 3-day. Interesting. Okay, so let's dig in there. Okay, little abnormal here. Like truncation is last resort, right? If there's no other solution, then you go to the truncation. Well, this fits better here because the 2 and the 4 are a bit better balanced, but that looks like a 5, right? So just something to keep in mind, right? This 4 could go over here, right? But you've got a very big 4. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it looks a little dicey if we go down to a day. Oh, maybe you can get that done. All right, let's stick with that. A, B. I got to get you so I can see it. Well, that's beautiful. Beautiful impulse to finish it, right? So there's the, why are we in A here? Yeah, let's get this. Okay, A, B, C. All right, okay, right. So same as I had. 1, 2. Right, okay, great, right? Price support here. That would be a very easy stop to take. So there's a trade that's very comfortable to take. I mean, let's do it. Oh, fuck me. Where is it? Oh, let's see if you're taking it here. Well, you always want to give it a little, right? Remember the liquidity sweep to watch out for. So that's why you don't want to put it a tick below the low, right? You'll get swept, right? So you got to give it a little room. Well, you have to give it just enough so that you're not a victim to that, but you don't want to do this, right? Because then all of a sudden, oh fuck, this thing's really unloading, right? So just enough to give it some cushion, just so you're not, because I promise you, everybody, every market maker, every professional trader, everyone who's been around the markets knows that where are the stops, and we don't even have to wonder about it. Tradable. All right, so what's the risk reward? Again, it's different in log scale. That's a little deep for a 2, but the advantage of that is that your risk reward here is very friendly, right? So that's good. We got to go platinum for that. All right, you're down at the 887. All right, which is not a bad thing, right? So again, there's this liquidity sweep, right? We were just talking about it. Here it is right there. Now, we want to get some displacement coming out of that, so maybe go to hourly. Do we have a kick? Well, you got a 5, right? So you're off to a good start. May not be done yet. And it's an impulse, right? We didn't overlap the 1. Right, 1, 2, 3. That's not a great, fuck. That's not a great looking impulse there. Can we squeeze that out of there? Phew, that is a bumpy ride to get there. Ugh. It might be one of those where you're just going to have to go with what's the implication. The 3 here is so good and it's shallow, so I'd be inclined to roll with that until I couldn't. You can probably dig one out of there. 1, 2. It's going to be a 3 in here. A, B, C, 1. Yeah, you can do it. Is it the what? You know, see, we get so conditioned into line drawings, and you get something like this. Oh wait, it doesn't look like that. Now, many times it will, but that's not what we got there. Well, it's reality, right? It's not going to be like a line drawing. Oops. Not much of a 2. Are we done? Well, you'd want to see, you'd want to at least, looking at that. Okay, all right, can I get this? Can I get a 3 down here? I mean, the other possibility is that this is a 1. All right, and that somehow we finished in here. I'm putting the Telfox some sort of wacky WXY, something along those lines. Kind of skinny, right? You'd have to be, it'd be 382. I just let that thing play. 38, 1, 2, right? So if this is going to be, well, whatever's going on there right now, right? I think you could say, right, as we just went through this with the other count, I'd be focused here, right? From this to this. Okay, where's discount? Right, at least let me buy it. Let's not pay full retail. Because if this is 1 and we're going to have a semi-shallow 2, well, I need a big 3. Like, where's his targets? Way the fuck up there. Way, 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 way up there. So if that's 1, 2, I got to have a impulse 3. It's not optional. Right? Again, there is nothing else in the market that gives you that clarity. Right? It's not optional. If this is going to go, this next leg has to be an impulse, or it's not a 1, 2. It's something else, right? How do you know it's not an ABC? You don't. You don't. What's the next thing, right? It's just same. Right? Do you notice there's a method here? What's the next thing it has to do? Clear that golden. All right, we're already running into the 50, right? Do we want to buy it right here? Again, just. Okay, just do you want to buy it right into the 50? It's up to you. I would not. Look, this is pretty skinny here. See this. You can talk yourself into it. So you could look at that. Let's get the right. Oh, there's nothing there, right? So if we get on the other side here, oh, maybe you would want to get this to get a little bit higher, right? So if we can get a little bit higher, oh, maybe we hit the golden, and then we bounce back. Oh, right. Often there'll be defense, right? So we don't get back into the mosh pit. How do I say that? Mash? Shit. I'm showing my age here. Mosh pit? Oh, fuck. I've never been in a mosh pit. 1, 2, right? That's potentially, right? This would be where it would hold. Here, they'll want to keep it out of that, right? That's where everybody is. Oh, bounce, bounce, bounce. Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right. Oh, shit. Dr. Outman. Yes, I had 2 counts, and I wanted to. All right, last one, then I got to go. Okay, thanks for the view, Sam. I had 2 counts. I wanted to know which one is higher probability. I think, did I help you there, Dr. Outman? I hope I did. Because I went through, at least how I would interpret it. Which is, I try to not make this about me. I try to make it about the methodology. I'm just applying the methodology, right? And again, aside from putting the 65 on a golden zone, everything else I'm showing you is all shit that was taught to me. I'm just, paying it forward, right? I mean, all of this stuff was taught to me, right? And then add, a lot of years of experience, right? So again, there's no mistake I have not made. Still make, right? It's very hard you just have to come back to, wait a minute. Not what I think, what do I see? Where's the market today? NQ is up. Oh, Jesus, 500. S&P up 112, right? I'll leave you with this thought. You can never overestimate American greed. You see it on display today. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. Dr. Elman's typing to me. Well, you can shoot me something here if I didn't get your count right. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap it. I'm trying to keep these on time. 1:30 is when I'm supposed to stop. I hope I helped. You know, that's always the idea. You apply this methodology. For those of you that, you know, want to learn more, well, you can always start in our Discord, totally free, right? Just like, good God, when I started this, maybe 12 Discords. Now there's 12,000 Discords. Everybody with a TradingView account has got themselves a paid group and a Discord and a membership and a mentorship, and most of them have been trading less than a year. So anyway, I digress. Okay, guys, I'm going to wish you well, and I will, well, let's see, I'm back on Friday. We'll do something on